Guys, you have no idea how shocking is the things that are happening in your gut affecting the way that you are feeling and your weight. Tiago, I want to lose weight. The bacteria in my gut are affecting my weight loss. Yes. Tiago, I really have hormonal imbalance. I thought that was because I was old. I will tell you, not necessarily. Because of your microbes affecting your hormones, you can literally have more hormone imbalance because of that. Remember, there is no health in your thyroid if your gut is inflamed. If the microbes, you're not, guys, imagine that your bacteria in your gut is like a puppet. You need to take care of them. Your children, you have like billions of children inside your gut, and if you don't take care of them, you will struggle in life. Why is that? Oh, I'm gonna show you straight away. Let's go straight to the point. I know people, I know not just one person, I know some people, they come to me, they say, Tiago, in the call, they say, Tiago, I'm struggling to lose weight, but I have no self-control and I'm already eating less. So why I'm eating less and why my situation is getting worse? Why I'm not losing weight, even if I'm in calorie deficit? I'm gonna tell you why. The first thing that you need to know, the microbes can literally store fat, make your body store fat or burn your fat faster. That's what we already know. There are many papers showing. Look at that. Let's go straight to the point. One paper published in 2016. Now you're gonna cry. The scientists, they took stools from someone who was obese. Obese person. They got their stools, the microbes from their stools, and then they put in a mice that literally had germ free, that was germ free, like no microbes in the mice gut. Can you believe what happened? That was 2016. Tiago, so it means that this is already known for a long time. Why I never heard this before? I'm gonna tell you why. Because the industry never wanted to know exactly what's happening in your gut. They always wanted to give supplements and to give you medication. Look what happened. They put the microbes from someone who was obese from their stools in a mice. Guys, shocking. After weeks, 1 to 2 weeks, the mice started gaining weight. Wait, hold on. I thought that was just because eating less was the solution. Nowadays, we know that the microbes, especially bacteria, the type of bacteria, the gram-negative bacteria inside your gut, they are literally deciding if you're gonna have a faster metabolism, if you're gonna store more fat or burn more fat. The microbes decide that. And then the scientists decide, okay, no, wait, maybe let's see in another situation. Let's get the stools from someone who is lean, someone who is not overweight. What did they do? They took that stool, the microbes from the stools of someone who was lean, fit person. They literally put in another mice. Guys, we already know that the shocking part is what? Is the microbes causing the mice to become lean or obese. So these mice became literally fitter. The mice ran. The mice was not literally, even if the mice was eating, the mice didn't gain weight at all. Wait, hold on. Why is that? That's weird. You're gonna understand that. When your microbes are more likely to metabolize, for example, the surface of the bacteria that you have some toxins, LPS. So the more overweight you are, the more likely you're gonna have these LPS. They are inflammatory. Tiago, are you saying to me that if I'm overweight, I automatically have inflammation? And that's the reason why if I keep overweight for too long, it becomes harder for me to lose weight. Is one of the reasons why. I will tell you, yes, guys, yes. Why is that? Because once you gain weight, your body makes everything for you to stay fat. That's the natural mechanism that your body does. Tiago, so I'm screwed. No, you're not screwed. Now it becomes your responsibility to know exactly what you're doing, because if you do this wrong, you can literally struggle for the rest of your life to lose weight. Why? Because now you need to be proactive. You need to take the right action. If you're literally following a basics diet, like a low carb diet, forget it. You don't solve the problem. What about the type of bacteria that you are feeding your gut? Write this down. The first thing that you need to fix. Tiago, if I have to fix one thing, tell me just the first step. I'm going to tell you. We already know in science that you can take magnesium, you can take vitamin D, you can take B complex, you can take whatever you want. If I see your fridge, if I open the fridge, and if I don't see that you are eating at least 30 different types of foods every week, sooner or later, you're going to create inflammation in your gut. That's what we already know in science. There is no doubt anymore. All The greatest scientists in gut microbiome already know this. Top priority. Nothing is above that. Nothing's up. Forget it. Forget supplements, forget whatever. Top priority for you to reduce your chances of having inflammation in your gut and by consequence avoiding anxiety, avoiding depression. Ah, Tiago, depression? I'm going to tell you something shocking about depression. If you're feeling sad, low motivation, or worse, you have symptoms of depression, I'm going to tell you something soon. But if you really want to guarantee that your gut will be healthy and you are going to avoid all these issues, your start will be go to the supermarket, make sure that you are changing the food, type of food. Tiago, I always eat the same type of salad. Red flag for you. Red flag for you. Tiago, I love chicken. Red flag for you. Tiago, I only eat I'm a vegetarian. I only eat protein, only tofu. Another red flag for you. The way that you are feeding your bacteria. Anybody who is not on Zoom, guys, jump on Zoom because I'm on Zoom with everybody. Okay? So the way that you treat your bacteria will dictate if you're going to lose weight faster, if you're going to lose weight slower, if you're going to feel happier mentally, or if you are really have depression sooner or later. If you're going to struggle to sleep, wait, sleep? I thought that my sleep was because of my stress. Big illusion. Big illusion. You are thinking that just because of stress, your gut is giving you the stress, but GABA, write this down. Neurotransmitter called GABA is produced in your gut. Without GABA, you don't sleep. I thought that was just because of melatonin for me to sleep. No, 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 no. It's not only melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone that's crucial for your sleep. But if you don't produce GABA, you don't sleep as well. Why do you think that people are selling you supplements with GABA? Why is that? Because GABA is a must if you really want to sleep throughout the whole night. And then imagine that your gut is inflamed. How do you want to sleep? Tiago, my problem is not that. My problem is thyroid. How do you want to fix your thyroid? T3, guys, oh, pay attention to that. Look at me here. Look at me. Look at me. T3 hormone, the active form of your thyroid, that's produced where? Most of the part in your liver and in your gut is metabolize all the metabolism of the nutrients for a healthy thyroid gland depends on your gut. If your gut is inflamed, forget health in your thyroid. There's no health in the thyroid. No, Tiago, my problem is not that. My problem is insulin. I have insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the top priority for you is fix your gut and reduce the inflammation. Start having all that variety of food because insulin resistance, I'm going to tell you, when you have dysbiosis because you are eating the same exactly food every single week, you go to the supermarket, you never buy different stuff, you are feeding one population of gram-negative bacteria and the good and the literally positive gram bacteria. They are literally starving because you're literally only feeding the negative gram bacteria. Firmicutes, bacteroides. You're not creating that ratio, good ratio. Or you have a lot of proteobacteria, inflammatory bacteria type. What's happening? Sooner or later, you're creating leaky gut. Guys, remember, I'm going to remind you leaky gut. Look at that. Can you guys see this screen here? Yeah, look at that. Imagine your gut here. Every time that you eat the same food, what are you doing? You are literally weakening the gut lining. The gut lining is becoming weaker. Weaker. Tiago, does this happen after 10 years? No, guys. Shocking. After weeks. Wait, do I create leaky gut after a few weeks? Straight away? Guys, even not after a few weeks, we already know that you can weaken the gut lining in days. Wait, so if I'm feeling good 2 weeks ago, and if I start messing up my gut, if I start eating the same food, can I destroy all my results if I don't keep taking care of my gut? Yes, you create leaky gut. Maybe that's why. Someone told me one day this, Tiago, maybe that's the reason why I never had low energy in my life. I started having low energy this year. I thought the problem was because of my age, guys. And then she started treating her gut. Guess what happened? Her energy increased. So if you really want to boost your energy, don't think that's just like I'm going to take this coffee. That's a fake energy that you're creating because you're just activating your neurons to become sharper because of caffeine. But these are for short term. That's an illusion. You are not literally creating energy. Mitochondria activating all your cells for you to feel amazing. Super energetic. You're not doing this. Why? Because you're not treating your gut. Why is that? Because you are eating in the last few weeks. You started again eating the same exactly food. Tiago, I love eggs. When I see your breakfast, you just eat eggs. Only eggs. What are you doing? You are literally feeding one type of bacteria and forgetting the whole other population of bacteria. How do you want to solve the problem? But I heard eggs are amazing. All the vitamins and minerals, protein, everything, good fat. Of course, eggs is amazing. But the problem is because you have the biggest illusion that one healthy food will solve your problem. That's the mistake. Oh, look, if you want to know one thing that gives me like I go crazy is people thinking that just by eating healthy is the solution for them. That's why you are having all these symptoms. That's why when you are 20 years old, just eating healthy, boom, solve the problem. You are 40 years old already. Ah, Tiago, I'm 50. Guys, over 35, write this down. Over 35, the game changes. I'm 37. I'm 37. If I'm not careful, in the past I could do any crazy stuff. Nothing happened to me. I was 17, 18 years old. Now I'm 37. You have no idea. If I make big mistakes for too long, my body will complain, especially my gut as well. But what's the difference? Is because I treat my gut so well for so long that even if I do something bad, my gut can handle that. So another thing that the scientists found out, look at that, another shocking stuff. They noticed that from obese mice, look at that, another research. They literally gave microbes from someone, a person, a human who was lean, and gave to an obese mice, obese, because the microbes from someone who was obese or from someone who was lean, they were more active. They were producing short chain fatty acids. That's what you call. Ah, Tiago, what do I want from my bacteria? You want the short chain fatty acids, butyrate, acetate, proteinate. That's exactly what you want. Ah, Tiago, wait. So I feed my bacteria. So my bacteria produces short chain fatty acids, and this will speed up my metabolism. This will reduce inflammation in my joints, in my muscles, in my joints, in my ligaments. This will make me feel sharper. I will stop having the brain fog. My energy will get better. I will lose weight faster. Is that what you're saying? That's exactly what we already know in science. That's not what I'm saying. It's what we already know. Short chain fatty acids, especially butyrate, is one of the type of things that your bacteria produces if your bacteria are healthy and if you're having a gram-positive type of bacteria. Because if you're producing inflammatory bacteria because of the way, oh, wait, but is it possible for me, even if I'm eating the same exactly food, but if it's healthy, can I increase the bad bacteria as well? Yes, guys, because that imbalance of population is terrible. If you have a big population of bacteria, and you don't have another group that's also in a good range, you're in trouble. Wait, Tiago, I always heard that protein is amazing. Oh, you're gonna cry now. Well, you're gonna cry now. Write this down. Write this down. You need to learn this. Proteobacteria is a type of bacteria that if you have more than 5% in your gut, it becomes super inflammatory. You can start having a lot of problems. Guess how this population of proteobacteria can increase. How? When you eat highly processed foods, it will increase. But also when you eat crazy amounts of protein. Wait. If I eat a bunch of protein, do I have the risk of increasing that amount of proteobacteria? Yes. But wait, most of you don't have the problem of eating too much protein. Most of you have the problem of not eating enough protein. Your problem is the opposite. But the problem is not the amount necessarily of the protein. It's all about how your body is having the capacity to digest that protein. I know one lady came to me and said, Tiago, I'm eating protein, but when I eat protein, I have bloating. Tiago, when I eat protein, my belly gets big like that. Red flag. So it's never about the amount that you're eating the protein. It's about bloating. Do you have bloating? Do you feel like it's low, like the food is there for too long? You feel that your digestion is too slow. That's the problem, that you can increase proteobacteria, inflammatory type of bacteria that can be increased from too much protein that's not well digested. That's why some of you need specific digestive enzymes and you're not consuming before eating protein, food high in protein. You forget to take specific digestive enzymes to digest and dilute your protein, or supplements, or something else, like even like a simple lemon or apple cider vinegar, something that will stimulate your hydrochloric acid, stomach acid, for your body to have the capacity to digest that protein. That's why many of you increase your protein take and then you don't see results still. Why? Because it doesn't, guys, write this down. It doesn't matter if the food is healthy, but it's not becoming healthy inside of you. Ah, broccoli is healthy. Yeah, but you're having bloating. How do you want to become healthy if the bloating is happening? Your body's telling you, hey, Jennifer, hey, Karen, I'm showing you here, even with healthy food, I'm giving you bloating to remind you that what you are doing is wrong. You are going to the right path because you are not 20 years old anymore. So write this down. Your top priority is variety of food, for you to really start healing your gut. No, there's no healing in the gut if you keep eating the same food. Remember, this is your gut. Every time that you forget to eat variety of food, holes will happen. Holes. Look how crazy is that? Crazy, 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 crazy. The bacteria will pass and will go through your bloodstream. It will literally go to your bloodstream. The worst thing that you want. Why? Because you're going to activate the giant. Who is the giant that you have inside of you? Your immune system. Tiago, so when I'm having pain in my joints, is because I already woke up the giant? Yes. You overactivated your immune system. Now your immune system is attacking your own joints. That's why I have arthritis. That's why I'm having that inflammation. That's why I'm having like swollen legs. Guys, your lymphatic system, you have a lot of immune system. The giants are also inside your lymphatic system. How many of you wake up like you look like a balloon? At the end of the day, your legs are big like crazy. Fluid retention, lymphatic system not working in your favor, not cleaning everything. Why is that? Because everything is starting in your gut. You're not paying attention to avoid this dysbiosis. You're not having all that variety of foods. That's your top priority. If you ask me, Tiago, what's the top priority? Variety. Meaning at least 30 different types of food per week. Remember this. Remember this. So do I fix my problem if I do this? Because I'm already having 50 different types of food. Guys, of course not. Your body is super complex. Imagine if you just buy one supplement to solve the whole problem. That would be easy. Super easy. Your body doesn't work like that. One single thought that you're having right here. I know someone, she keeps checking a lot of stressful news. She always keeps checking stressful. She always seeks news. She's activating amygdala, sending the message to the gut to create more inflammation in the gut. What's going to happen? She's going to proliferate more bad bacteria. It's crazy what's going on. Tiago, is my anxiety coming from the inflammation in my gut as well? Is this a possibility? Yes, guys. We already know this. We didn't find out this last year. We already know this for more than 5 years. More than 5 years, we already know that an inflamed gut creates anxiety. Why, Tiago? Why is that? You know why. Yeah, you're going to know why. Look at that. Imagine you are here. Look at that. This is you, right? Put here, you. This is you. Whatever you're thinking is sending 20% of the message is going from the brain to the gut. Write this down. Whatever you're thinking, 20% of the message will go to the gut. So whatever it's happening with you, you're sending commands to your gut. That's why when you're super nervous, you're going to do a presentation, you have diarrhea, right? Many people have diarrhea. It's one of the consequences because it's directly connected. Vagus nerve sending the electrical signals. Guess now you're going to be in shock. The point is because what's going on in the gut, 80% is coming back. So the gut sends 80% more message from the gut to the brain, and only 20% is from the brain to the gut. Tiago, what does it mean? It means that your gut influences much, much more your brain than vice versa. Tiago, I have brain fog. Tiago, I have anxiety. What's my top priority? If you don't fix your gut, forget. You're going to keep feeling anxious, depressed, stressed for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. Simple. People don't pay attention to that. How are you still just focusing on the magnesium, thinking that is going to solve the problem? Magnesium is not a miraculous supplement. It's an important supplement. I recommend magnesium. There are more than 12 different types of magnesium. Another mistake that people make is taking the wrong one, the wrong amount, wrong time of the day. There are many variables, but even magnesium is not gonna solve the whole problem. You have the big illusion. Tiago, no, I already take multivitamins. Even worse, because more than 90% of multivitamins, they put synthetic compounds. When I see your multivitamin, cyanocobalamin, synthetic version of vitamin B12. When I see your benign folate, is folic acid, again synthetic. You are putting a bunch of synthetic stuff inside your body. How do you want to fix your gut? You will not fix your gut. Forget it. That's why you are trying, and you're still having symptoms. You are still struggling. That's the reason why. Because you're not connecting the dots. So remember, whatever is happening here is affecting your brain. So next time that you have anxiety, be aware. Did I treat my gut this week? No. This weekend, I know someone, she told me, Tiago, it's crazy what happens. Just because Saturday and Sunday I did something crazy, I drank, I ate later, I messed up my gut, I didn't pay attention to enzymes, I ate super fast, I didn't chew the food, I did a lot of bad stuff. You have no idea. My anxiety went crazy on Monday, and I was exhausted, super tired. Why? Of course you're gonna have that symptom because it's guys, it's literally you do a harm to your gut. This will directly affect whatever is here. Remember, you pick the food because of here. Many of you are eating by impulse. You eat more than you need. You overeat because of what? Because of your behavior here. Guess where this behavior was created in your gut. If you have, oh, look at me, we are already doing science. If you have a really high group of bacteria that they need some specific type of foods, they will give the command via vagus nerve for your brain to activate your arms to go and seek that specific food. That's why many of you feel that you don't have control when you are having the desire for sweets. How many of you here, when for example, I'm gonna give you a simple example. Some time of the months that they hit hard, you feel that craving for sugar like crazy because your hormones, progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, everything dropping. And then you are closer to your menstruation cycle. So now the hormones directly affecting your behavior. But for most of you, your gut microbiome affecting directly your behavior as well. So you are a slave of your behavior. Many people, they don't have that self-control anymore. Tiago, how can I know that I'm the master of my life? The first sign, if you have a big craving and then you see something that you love in front of you and then you don't eat it. Or at least you wait 1 hour. If this is not happening with you, red flag. You lost your self-control. There is no self-control. I have self-control. You have self-control in other things, but for your own health, you are literally slave of the hormones that are inside of you and the microorganisms inside of you. Why? Because you have more microbes than human cells. So you are more bacteria than human. Never heard this before, guys. You need to learn more about your body. That's the problem. It's because you are focused on all this stuff and you have no clue what's going on inside of you. That's the main reason. I talk to so many people every single day. I talk to many women. We have no idea. Like many women every day. The amount of women who tell me, I'm already eating healthy. And then when I see her symptoms, the person has more than 10 symptoms. And in her mind, she's thinking that eating healthy is a solution. That's the biggest illusion ever. Remember, 20 years old is another era. You are not 20 years old anymore. The whole thing changing, especially the gut microbiome. Your bacteria in your gut are dictating what you're going to pick in the fridge, what you're going to buy, how much that you're going to eat. If you are eating something and then write this down. You need to know this as well. You have taste receptors in the entire digestive tract. You have taste receptors. Yeah, what does it mean? It means that the more you are eating the same exactly food, the more you are modulating these taste receptors. Guess what's going to happen? That's why many of you, when you eat something completely different, you hate it. You really don't like it. So that's the difference of someone who does something good, someone who does something completely wrong, think that she's doing right. It's because we spend so much time feeding these taste receptors. Now, if you eat something different, I know someone, when the person drinks a simple lemon juice, the person cannot even stand it because she's so adapted to savory or to sweets that any different taste she cannot handle. What does it mean, Tiago? What does it mean? Red flag for you. If you start eating some different foods and then it's a big struggle for you, what does it mean? You literally created a small group of bacteria that's only giving you that pleasure if you eat that type of food. And then there is no diversity anymore. Tiago, wait. So if I drink something bitter, if I drink a different type of food or different taste, and if I really struggle to eat that, that's another red flag? Yes. Those people who accept much easier different types of food, different types of taste, that's a great sign. That's a better sign. But if we call baby taste, like toddlers, babies or toddlers especially, they just want one type of food. They just accept one type of food. If you are already 40 years old and you are having the same behavior compared to someone who is 5 years old, what's going to happen? Sooner or later, leaky gut will happen. Guess what's going to happen, guys? The worst will happen. You're going to struggle like crazy to lose your weight. Crazy. Because remember, we already know that the more weight you have, the more toxins you are releasing. You're releasing more toxins. The more toxins you release, the weaker become your gut lining. The weaker. It becomes weaker. Weak. And then, boom, holes. Bacteria, particles of the food go to the bloodstream. Sooner or later, your the immune system hates that. You have no idea. There is one thing that your immune system hates is when you let leaky gut to start. Because when the leaky gut starts, many particles go to the bloodstream. You are all putting more work for your immune system. Guess what's going to happen? You are literally putting too much work for your immune system. The immune system will start damaging your cells. Tiago, so that's one of the reasons why I have insulin resistance? Yes. Why? Why do you have insulin resistance? Another reason. There are many reasons of insulin resistance. I'm telling you one cause of many other causes. For example, you are having too much glucose and you are overwhelming the cell. The cell is becoming resistant to open up and let the glucose to get in. But another reason you are having insulin resistance is because of your inflammation. Look at that. This is the cell. You have the insulin receptor. Oh, look at, let me use here, red. All the insulin receptors in the surface of the cell. Guys, that's crazy. Because the inflammation is happening, because your immune system is attacking your own body, it will damage the insulin receptors. Guess what's going to happen? Next time that your pancreas releases insulin, and then you will try to bind with the insulin receptor in the cell, it will not work. It's like a key. It will not unlock. The key will try, hey, guys, open the door, open the door. This cell will say, no, I'm damaged here. There was a war. Someone hit me hard, like shoot me really hard, and then I'm trying to struggle. No, don't come here, insulin. So the insulin will not work because the key is not working. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to have a bunch of glucose, sugar in your bloodstream. Guess what's going to happen? More inflammation. That's why they feed each other. Tiago, I'm focusing on one specific diet. Big mistake that you're doing. Because if you are literally not connecting all the dots that I'm saying to you, guys, it doesn't matter if you are treating your inflammation, but if you're not treating your gut. It doesn't matter if you are trying to balance your hormones, but if you are forgetting your gut. Wait, why? Your gut produces hormones. Write this down. My gut produces hormones. How do you want to have a great amount of hormones, healthy hormones, if the gut, one of the places that produce hormones, is super inflamed, super sick? How do you want to solve the problem? Forget it. You don't solve the problem. So your top priority is what? I'm going to tell you. Look at that. Focus on the variety, but also colors are crucial because of polyphenols. Write this down. Polyphenols, it's a must. The more polyphenols that you consume throughout the day, the better, because you're feeding on good bacteria. Feeding, like a puppet. Great for you. That's crucial if you really want to avoid all these problems and speed up your weight loss. Another thing, the type of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble. Tiago, I'm just taking one type of fiber. Wrong. You are literally, guys, anything that's just one thing is wrong. You need variety. You want variety. So get the fiber from different things. Tiago, broccoli has fiber, some cruciferous has fiber, but it gives me bloating. What does it mean? That's why you need a plan, because it's good, have a good amount of fiber, but your stomach cannot handle. So it's not the time for you to have that amount of cruciferous. Or you need to cook, you need to steam, you need to have a limit because of the high fermentation. You are eating, I see your food, you are trying to fix your gut, and then you are eating cauliflower. Cauliflower is great, but cauliflower can ferment for too long. You already have bloating, and then you forget to really steam really well the cauliflower. You cook the cauliflower, you have no clue how you are cooking that. And then you eat without chewing. The worst of the worst thing that you're doing. What's going to happen with you? More inflammation in your gut, even eating cauliflower. Because instead of making everything healthier, you are creating more problems. You are creating more bloating. You are making the life of your gut harder. So for your case, focus on all the type of vegetables, steam the vegetables really well, chew as much as possible. It should become almost liquid. Because if you don't do this, it becomes harder to fix your gut. Fiber, guys, if I know someone who told me, Tiago, I'm already having fiber. Everybody says that fiber is good. I'm already eating fiber. When I started checking her meals, let me see what you're eating in your breakfast. She told me, boom, breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. When I saw, I was impressed with the amount of fiber. Imagine, for you to start healing your gut, you need an average of 20 to 25 grams of fiber, or even going to 30 grams of fiber, depending on your inflammation. She was having around 10 grams per day. Guys, 10 grams of fiber is nothing. Some people don't reach even that 10 grams of fiber per day. So that's even worse. You are literally weakening your gut. Guess what's going to happen? More inflammation in your gut. Top priority, write this down. For me to heal my gut, my top priority is to slowly increase my fiber intake without forgetting the water. I know that's another problem. Many of you increase your fiber without increasing your water first. The worst. If you want to know one thing that's the worst of the worst of the worst is increase the fiber and forgetting to increase the water. Guys, that's wrong. You have to increase the water first. Only after that you increase the fiber. Did you get it? So be careful with that. Be careful with that. Priority number one is to increase slowly, but water first. Water first, and then you start increasing slowly the fiber. Soluble, insoluble throughout the day. Another mistake that you make that you need to correct, take a bunch of fiber in one single meal. Boom, wrong. Distribution is your top priority. Taking fiber in the dinner, a bunch of fiber in dinner, wrong. Distribute, your top priority of fiber should be mornings. Start activating the bowel movements already. Activation. So you go to the toilet in the morning. Tiago, I never go to the toilet in the morning. Another red flag. Tiago, I go to the toilet, but I literally poop, but I feel that there's something that's missing. I didn't feel that 100% of the stools are gone, are out. I don't feel that. Another red flag. You can have constipation even going to the toilet every day. Did you know that? Many people don't know this. If you go to the toilet and then you feel poop and then you still feel that it's not 100% like out, you still feel there's something there, still some stools, you have constipation, guys. You have constipation. This is also considered constipation. You need to feel that you are empty. So this is another red flag. You need to always keep checking how healthy or unhealthy is your gut or how inflamed is your gut. Remember, many of you don't have symptoms of gut, but you have symptoms in your mind. Tiago, I have headache, constant headache. That can come from the gut. Remember what I told you, vagus nerve sending message to the brain. Depending on how fast the electrical signals are sent to the brain, this will increase the pressure in the nerves and in the neurons. So literally, you are increasing more headache. Tiago, my problem is not that. My problem is brain fog. That could come from your gut. The root cause. The problem is because you're not paying attention to the root cause. You are focused on the symptom. The symptom is just like a language. You need to focus on the root cause. If you focus only on the symptom, you're going to take a pill. I have headache. And then you go and take a pill. Big problem. You're focused on the symptom. What's causing the headache? Be aware, guys. Be aware of that. All right. Let me see here. Let's go to questions quickly. Mom's phone. She said, I have ruined my gut. I'm on antibiotics right now because of MRSA. How do I fix it? Mom's iPhone. Mom's phone. Your top priority. Guys, taking antibiotics, you need to run. Hurry to recover the good population. Because now you are killing the good bacteria as well, not only the bad one. Hurry. You need to go fast and prioritize as much as you can throughout the day the variety of prebiotics, variety of fiber throughout the day. Increase your water intake. Start having probiotics. Tiago, I'm taking probiotic. If you're only taking probiotic, that's wrong. You're doing this wrong. More important than the probiotic is prebiotic. One type of prebiotics is fiber. So it's more important because you still have some soldiers, some little good guys who are desperately need prebiotic. So you need to strengthen the good bacteria that are still remaining in your gut when you're taking antibiotics. Tiago, I take antibiotics. I've taken antibiotics for like 4 years. For you, that's one of the main predictors that you are going to have a bunch of problems. More infections, more inflammation, more weight gain, more health issues, more autoimmune disease, more leaky gut, because you spend too much time taking antibiotics. So you need to recover fast. Your priority, Tiago, am I screwed? Guys, no. If you are here, that can be your first step of healing. So congratulations for you all who are here. Amazing. That's a first sign that's possible for you to heal. But your top priority, take antibiotics for too long, you need to hurry. Prebiotics in high amount, insoluble and soluble, breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner, you always need to see some type of fiber. You go to psyllium, acacia gum, wheat-free oats, different types of seeds, you need to soak them. Without soaking, you're in trouble. You're going to have more problems if you don't soak what you're eating. More problems, more gut issues. You can increase your problems if you're not soaking what you're eating. Big red flag if you're not doing this. You need to chew. Tiago, I'm soaking. I'm doing this. I'm eating that. I'm doing this. I'm taking this. If I ask you this, all right, are you chewing and the solid is almost becoming liquid? If you say to me, no, you are destroying all your effort. You have no idea, guys. You have no idea how much you are destroying all your results if you are not chewing enough because you think that's not a big deal. You think, no, yeah, I know, I heard that. You have no idea. You can take all the supplements on the market. You can cook your food perfectly well. But if I see the speed of your chewing, if I notice that the part of the food is not almost liquid in your mouth, going to the stomach, forget it. Forget it results. There's no results. Forget results. I know people, they eat in my family. I'm my family. I need to keep giving recommendation to some people in my family. I know someone in my family in Brazil. You have no idea. In 5 minutes, the person finished eating. 5 minutes. Your top priority. Write this down. If one particle of the food it doesn't become liquid, and if it goes to the stomach, that's step number one. That the fermentation of the food in the stomach will increase. It will take longer. The first thing that is going to happen, more gas. And if the food, the part of the food, will still go undigested to the small intestine, you're in trouble because you're going to create more gas, you're going to create more fermentation. This will increase more leaky gut because you are increasing the bad bacteria. You are creating more inflammation in your gut. Wait. Are you saying to me that if I don't chew enough, if the food is not becoming liquid in my mouth, can I create food allergies, leaky gut, inflammation in my gut, even if the food is healthy? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And that's why most of you are making this mistake. Basic stuff. Free, simple, but can literally destroy all your effort. Tiago, what should I do? Guys, solution. You are thinking of the problem. I'm thinking about the solution. If you have the mindset of prioritize the problem, I know some people, they notice that they make a mistake, they give up. They give up. That's a terrible mindset. Your mindset should be, I made a mistake, how can I fix this? Your top priority to fix this. Tiago, I only have 10 minutes for me to eat. What should I do? Prioritize the chewing speed, the speed of the chewing, and just eat the leftover only after. The remaining food as a leftover. Never eat the whole plate just because you have 10 minutes and then you swallow the food without chewing enough, because it will damage your body much more compared to you just eat the amount that you can because you're chewing. Guys, I'm always the last one in the table. Why? Because I know the severity of the problems that I can create when I'm chewing too fast, when I'm not chewing enough and I'm eating too fast. I know what happens in my body. I know. You have no idea. And if you eat something that takes longer to digest, like a protein, chicken, fish, red meat. If you eat something that takes longer naturally and then you don't chew, even worse, you're creating more proteobacteria because the protein will stay long in the stomach. It will ferment. You are going to create what we call what's the name of the thing? I forgot the name. You're going to create compounds that are literally increase that gas. How many of you eat, when you eat a lot of protein, some types of food, especially the protein, and then you fart, it's smelling really bad? How many of you? What is that? I just remember. I wanted to remember. Putrescine and cadaverine. Write this down. When you're eating the food is spending too much time in the stomach, in the small intestine, you are creating putrescine and cadaverine. Cadaverine. Look at the name. Crazy. Tell what does it mean? That bad smell, it's a big sign. It's a terrible sign that you're increasing bad bacteria. Sooner or later, you're going to create leaky gut. Tiago, this happened to me just like once in a while. No problem, guys. If this happens like once in a while, don't worry. I'm not talking about case like isolated case. I'm talking about this is happening. That's a big red flag. Your body speaks with you showing these symptoms. All right. Okay. Last question, because the time has gone. I spot before periods. Let me see one thing. I spot before periods, so I took Chase Berry supplement and it messed up my cycle till date and gave me migraines. Is there a specific way I'm supposed to take this supplement? Super guys, remember, there are many things that are amazing for your body, but that you are taking at the wrong timing. Maybe it's clear based on what you're saying, that's not the right time for you to have the Chase Berry supplement, that Vitex supplement. Many of you make the mistake of taking probiotics wrong at the wrong timing. But probiotics is amazing, it's super important. But if you take probiotics at the wrong timing, wrong amount, not the variety of strains that you need, you're in trouble. That's why in my program, everyone should take probiotics only phase 2. Nobody can take probiotics in phase 1 in my program. Because I know that something that can help to heal your body can create more inflammation. Guys, the time of everything matters. Cruciferous. Many of you are not prepared to have cruciferous, a bunch of cruciferous right now. Your priority should be cruciferous after 1 month. Once your gut is strong, your stomach is healthy, and then you start having cruciferous in high amount, because cruciferous are powerful because of sulforaphane. Amazing, sulforaphane. Powerful to reduce inflammation. But because you're eating at the wrong time, you increase your inflammation. Illogical. That's illogical. So be aware of that. Z, in your case, wait. Don't take Vitex supplement right now. That's not the time. Wait. Treat your gut first. Strengthen your gut. Reduce the inflammation first. Only after that, you start thinking of taking that. Someone said, okay, Laura said, I'm very ill past 2 years. Another conclusion had on car accident 2 years ago, then diagnosed with complex regional pain syndrome 2 with permanent nerve damage from a pit bull attack. Wow. I left doctors today and told her I feel like I'm dying. I'm given Botox and lidocaine in the head, and they want it for pain. I don't want prescriptions. I don't know where to start. So your top priority, Lori, your top priority. Calm down the nervous system. Breath work will be crucial. Nervous system super activated, you're going to increase the inflammation. So because every time that all of you guys are concerned, worried, you need to prioritize calming down the nervous system. Nervous system too active, wake up the giant, you're going to increase the inflammation super fast in your gut. You create more hormonal imbalance, you mess up the whole thing. Calm down the nervous system, breath work. Double inhale is the fastest way to reduce anxiety and stress. Pituitary gland in the brain will calm down. So two breath work, inhale, one long exhale. Throughout the whole day, you need to keep focusing on this. Focus on reduce the inflammation in the gut. Everything, like I told you. Watch the replay for you to start doing this throughout the whole day. Variety of the food, everything that I told you. Even the simple basic stuff of chewing until it becomes liquid. Otherwise, you don't fix the problem. Guys, remember, you are trying to fix something super serious, going to the wrong path. If the basics, if you don't create the foundation, you don't fix the serious health issue that you're facing. All right? Just be aware of that. Okay, let me see here. Well, last question, okay? Someone said, I take acacia gum and psyllium husk as you suggested. What time of the day is bad to take this? Someone asked on Instagram. Guys, remember, for some of you, in the morning, when you wake up, you drink the water, a bunch of water, two cups, 500 milliliters, and then after 10, 15 minutes, you have the acacia gum. That would be a great time. But all the people would be ideal distribution, having the morning, the afternoon, the evening. So, and also, some of you would need to take that separate. For example, acacia gum in the morning, psyllium in the afternoon, or vice versa. It will depend on what's the time of the day that you have more stress. That's one thing. Wait, why? Forget eating if you are stressed out. The worst thing that you can do with your gut to increase inflammation. Feeling stressed right now, calm down first. Only after that you eat. Tiago, why? The first thing that messes up your gut, you literally shut down your digestion, is when you're stressed out. Be careful. Be careful. Tiago, I'm stressed out. What do I do? Do the breath work, calm down, walk, put your retina, your eyes to see things moving, go outdoors, because you're going to calm down your amygdala in the brain. Breathe in, breathe out slowly. Do something different. Change the room that gave you the stress, because this is crucial as well. Once you're more calm down, you eat. Otherwise, you are literally creating more inflammation in the gut. Digestion stops when you're stressed out. Many people do the worst. When they are stressed out, they eat. Worst thing that you can do is when you're stressed out and then you eat. Don't do this, all right? But distribution. Guys, next week we're going to do another live. So make sure that you're going to, if your top priority, if you really need help, I see here like 20 people on Zoom. If you really need help, a customized plan that always focus on everything. Remember, this is a journey. This is a journey. We are talking about the life. God created your life perfectly well. Everything working synchronicity. Can you believe your hormones helping, sending the message to each part of each organ? Your immune system, the giant, supposed to help you and kill bacteria, kill bad viruses, kill fungus. Everything is supposed to work in synchronicity, because God created our body amazingly well. It's unbelievable. When you start studying about yourself, what's going on inside your body, you cry. I'm not joking. That's not an analogy. I cry when I'm literally going deeper to the human body. It's a perfection. Everything's like a synchronized thing that it's incredible for you to imagine that how something so connected. So if God gave you that gift, you need to take care of that gift. Your body is the gift that nothing else is more important, but your behavior is not matching. You're not treating the way that you should treat yourself. There are so many focus. You're focusing on so many other things and you're forgetting about yourself. If you're already here, that's the first time that you're now starting to focus on you. That's great. But it doesn't mean that just because you are watching my stuff, if you're not taking action, if you're not applying, it doesn't matter. You are literally creating obesity of knowledge. Have a bunch of knowledge inside. You're learning, but not doing what you should do. Ah, yeah, I'm eating more salad. That's not the solution. I told you, I proved to you. There are many things that you need to do. All right? Super important, guys. You pay attention to how you're taking care of your body. Mornings, what are you doing when you wake up? Tiago, I check my phone. How do you want to treat your inflammation in the gut? You're activating amygdala. Will send the wrong signal to the gut if you're checking the phone when you wake up. Tiago, I'm scrolling before going to bed. How do you want to solve the problem? You won't solve the problem. Tiago, I'm focusing too much on my work. How do you want to solve the problem? Ah, Tiago, it's because of my kids. You're always giving your power to someone else. Someone else is becoming the master of your life. You need to say to yourself, I cannot accept less than I deserve. I deserve to feel better. I deserve to stop having this pain in my gut, to stop having all these symptoms. I don't want to die earlier. I want to see my grandchildren like growing. I want to see everybody and I want to feel healthy to see everybody else enjoying their lives in my family. If you don't have that mindset, you're going to keep don't expect everything will get better if you don't take action today. It will become hard. I'm telling you. Your gut is telling you. Your gut's already telling you, hey, I'm showing you that if you don't do the right thing right now, it will become worse. So you are not supposed to have that pain. Ah, Tiago, I'm in menopause. You are in menopause. It doesn't mean that you are supposed to have menopause symptoms. Who told you that? I know many women, they accept the symptoms that they're having, menopausal symptoms, just because they're in menopause. The biggest lie that I hear is that. I know many women, when they are doing everything right, even in menopause. I have one client, 61 years old, post-menopause, she's crushing it, feeling amazing, like her best health ever. Guys, don't accept menopausal symptoms. Menopause is a beautiful stage of life that once you hit, you just need to be more careful. You just need to treat yourself much more. Don't have the same behavior compared to 30 years ago. You are in post-menopause already. Different stage of life. So you have to have different behaviors as well. All right? Cool. Guys, have a great day. We talk next week. If you need help, reach out to me to arrange the call. Book a call with me or one of my advisors. I have a holistic medical doctor, holistic nutritionist, personal trainer. We have the whole team. So we can talk and discuss about your health situation and create a plan for you. You can reach out to me, go to my DMs. I can check it out this later. And then we can see all your situation to see how we can help you. But be fast, because the longer you wait, the more inflammation you're going to have in your body. Your gut will struggle much more. So be fast. Cool? Talk to you guys soon. Love seeing you guys here. I love seeing you guys here. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.